So, guys, this is my review for Hunter x Hunter, the 1999 original version, episode 36. And with that, guys, let's dive into this review. This episode, title of the episode is called Reunion, Coin Toss, and Change of Clothes. And in this episode, it was really centered around Goto, who was the lead butler for the butler's home here. It's literally, guys, such a great episode just because we get a chance to see um, it wasn't supposed to be serious, but of course, Gona crew, including myself, watching this episode, took it seriously per what was going on. Goto here, he we get to see him on the phone um, with Kalua's mother, and then he hangs up the phone after getting the instructions. He's like kind of upset. This, that, and the third. You see it in his hand when he's gripping the phone after he hangs it up. Then he welcomes Gon into the mansion here. Sit him down, having the regular formalities, but then he decides to you pull out the coin, and this is where things get really interesting. Where he wants to play the game, just flipping the coin up and then asking him which hand did I catch the coin in. Of course, they guessed right, and then that's when he says we're going to just turn it up a notch. But again, like I said, he gets even more serious to the point that he has the other butlers pull out the weapons and stuff like that, saying you're not going to leave. You know, I've been a butler here for you know basically all of Kalua's life. He's precious to me like my own son. This, that, and the third. He's basically saying like, you know, we're gonna play this game until you basically lose. I'm gonna tell Kalua that you left and basically to the point of no return. This, that, and the third. And and it again, technically, like I said, technically, he's just doing this to buy time to get Kalua, wait for Kalua to get here. But to me, as a viewer, even watching the original version of this scene, to me, it's still nervous, still not knowing how this is going to turn out. And for them, walking into the scene, it's like, oh man, he's really the tone of his voice changes. Like he was like literally like he had a normal voice, but then he had a real serious, deeper sounding voice, where to the point that I feel like if you tested him, he would give you those hands. He would drop you at the drop of a dime, basically. So to see him actually do this and actually moving his hands so fast when he's flipping the coin, of course he's testing them. Of course, Leo loses first, then Kurapika, and then it's down to Gon. But I like the fact that Gon, basically says like, "Hey, can I use the fruit knife? I'm not gonna do uh, anything like weird or anything. I just need to use it real quick." And because he has the bandage on his left eye, he basically opens the left eye so he'll be able to actually see better. And as we see here, once Goto decides to actually use the coin and does the to continue the game, we see that Gon picked correctly, and then we find out again, like I said, Goto, he's just saying like, you did well, congratulations everybody. But at the same time, he brings in the other butlers. I like the fact that he did that, and it's just like we see all of this happening with the butlers moving their hands, but we don't see the guy behind them, um, who actually gets the coin. Once he asks like, where's the coin at? He's like, it's the guy behind me, blah blah blah, and of course it's in his left hand. Just like, oh man, that was just really really cool. But what we don't know is that Goto was actually playing a trick, because we know that he had coins in his pocket, inside of his pocket there, but he actually had two coins in his hand, and Kurapika was the one that picked it up, which was just really interesting indeed. Kalua already knew about it. It's just that he, had to figure it out a little bit later on as they were playing. But it's just interesting that Goto did that, and interesting that Kalua would say he doesn't like to cheat either. And that's kind of like you're kind of sitting there like, well, that kind of is kind of cheating. You're playing a trick. You're not kind of being fully truthful on how you're playing this game. But it's a neat trick though, for sure, um, because you can't tell where the what hand the coin, that the actual coin that he's actually going to use uh, in the finalization of each portion of the game. But all in all, like I said, I really enjoyed this episode. It was just, like I said, just the buy time just to get Kahlua here, and then of course the meeting of Kahlua and Gon, having the re-meet after being away from each other for so long. It was just really just a great scene. The joy, you could tell, see the joy in their eyes of seeing each other. Just really just best friends. Just glad to be in each other's presence. Of course, being in everybody else's presence as well. And I do like the fact that that Goto was able to let Canary look to try to give back Kahlua's skateboard, but he turns it down. Of course, Canary's kind of shocked about it, but all in all, just glad that this episode went the way that it went. It was really, really good. Really, really just like high blood pressure type of an episode for me. But I enjoyed it. But with that, guys, I'm about to be out. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What did you all think of episode 36 of the 1999 original version? Per the scene when you first sat down to watch it for the first time, what were your initial reactions and thoughts? Let's talk about some things in the comments below, guys, and I will hopefully talk to you all next time with more 1999 original version Hunter x Hunter videos. Peace, guys.